Why do we care so much about what people think? Why do we constantly feel the need to do whatever it takes to please others and satisfy society? Everyone might answer these questions differently. But to put it simply, it's just how us humans behave. We feel the need to base our decisions and our actions on how we anticipate how others will perceive us. We feel the need to act a certain way or look a certain way just to fit in with society, afraid to be judged by the outside world. We do these things because it's typical human behavior, but that does not justify that we should continue to do so. Before we begin, I would like to emphasize this important quote. Don't take criticism from people who you want to take advice from. It is still very important to have the opinions of those who have your best interests at heart. But people outside of your support system are not worth paying attention to. And paying attention to those people is what I like to call unnecessary anxiety. It is anxiety that can simply be prevented if you just stop caring about what they think. So, let us begin. How do we care less about what people think? Most of us are afraid to start something or do something as we fear that people will judge us for doing so. For example, writing your own novel or joining a competition. But you need to remember that you'd probably regret it more if you didn't do it rather than if you did do it. People's opinion of you are just exactly that. It is an opinion. It is not a fact. It is an opinion that you simply cannot change. So why should you focus on something that you cannot change when you can focus on things that matter to you and are important to you? Which brings me to my next point. The key to caring less about what people think is to set your priorities straight. Caring about your image will not benefit you in any way, while focusing on reaching your goals will. So instead of focusing all your energy into what people might think of you, you should divert that energy into focusing on reaching your goals. Let me put it this way. Why should you focus on caring what people think of you? It will only bring you stress. It will only bring you anxiety. When caring about focusing your goals will bring you motivation, it will bring you happiness, and will probably inspire you too. But of course, there will always be envious people in whatever you do. But that's just life. This world is full of envious and evil people who just hate to see someone be happy or be successful. But you should not let those people hold you back and stop you from reaching your goals. You know, the best way to deal with those people is just keep doing what you're doing. There's nothing more satisfying than watching the people that hate you or judge you watch you become more successful. Because they're over there stressing about someone else's success, your success, while you're over here focusing on reaching your goals and growing and becoming more successful by the minute. And actually, having people that hate you or judge you is actually a good thing because it shows you're going in the right direction. You see, people only judge you or envy you when you're successful. So if someone's envying of you, that just means you're successful. Now, what happens when we do fail? Most of us here are afraid to start something or do something because we fear the failure in the end. Well, the truth is, people judging you, making fun of you, mocking you for failure is quite a scary thing. But you need to remember that failure isn't the end of everything. And actually, when you fail, it's just as good as succeeding because we get to learn from our mistakes and we get to rise above it. So remember that when the time comes when you do actually fail, think of it as a good thing because you get to learn and it's a lesson for you to grow. Now, if you really are afraid of caring what people might think of you when you fail, well, let me tell you a little secret, is that no one actually really cares. Well, of course, your friends and your family, these are the people that truly care about you. But strangers, people you don't know, people you're close to, they don't really care about you. Now, here's a way to help you ease your mind. Right now, I want you to think of one embarrassing moment in your life. I'm sure that many memories must have popped in your mind, right? But right now, I want you to think of one embarrassing moment of another person. It could be a friend or it could be a family. I'm sure that it's hard to think of a single memory, right? And this just proves that when the time comes that you fail, no one will ever remember that moment. So just try not to overthink it too much. Now, I want to share my own personal experience with failure. During Global Cup, my friends and I joined a band competition, and I was playing as the bassist. We were the best, though we thought that we were good enough to compete with other people from other bands from other schools. Well, long story short, we failed the competition and we lost. We didn't even make it past the first round. And at first I felt very devastated and embarrassed to lose in front of people from our school and people from other schools as well. But the support from my friends and my family helps me forget about that loss, and I soon came over it pretty quickly. The point I'm trying to make is that your friends, your family, these are the people that care about you. They don't care whether you win or you lose. So if you see someone you don't know judging you, criticizing you, and hating you, don't take it to heart because their opinion doesn't matter. The minute you start to care of what others think of you is the minute you start to lose yourself. This is a powerful quote by Grove Street. Why do you think that is? Well, you see, when you start to care of what people think of you, you start to do things to please others because you value their opinion over yours. Soon enough, you'll start to lose yourself because you base every decision, every action you make based on what they say, and you forget about your own happiness. But in reality, the only opinion that ever matters is yours and yours alone. So, what if others won't like how you dress or how you look? Because if you like how you dress or how you look, then other people's opinions shouldn't matter. You see, how can my outfit, how I act, how I look, affect you in any way? It doesn't, but it affects me because it makes me happy. And being happy is being true to yourself. In conclusion, there will always be envious people in the world in whatever you do. But that's only a small percentage compared to the even bigger percentage of the people that support you. Your friends, your family, they support you no matter what, and focusing on them will help motivate you. So if your mind ever slips into overthinking of what people might think of you, I want you to replace those negative thoughts with the overwhelming support that your friends and family will provide to you and have provided to you before. And I promise that even if you fail in the end, no one will ever remember that moment, and it serves as a good lesson as well. Remember that the best time to start was yesterday, and the next best time to start is today. Thank you.